Alright, welcome back, and we have some interesting new patch notes to take a look at. Now, I believe the first one here, the transaction code for available items. I think this is a direct response to what happened last week when a highly expensive hanger modification module was sold on the market for very cheap. Someone bought the module, and the player who bought the module did receive a 10-year trade ban, but just to clarify things, the trade ban has been lifted and the player gets to keep the module. So I would say that has been resolved in a good way. Because if the player did, if the ban was still ongoing and if you were able to get banned that way, that would be very bad for the game. But thankfully it's not the case, and thankfully it has been resolved in a good way. Now let's see what this is all about. But I think we all know what this is all about, but let's just take a look at the transaction code feature for item transaction is now live. Players can enable this feature under the settings and set a password, enhancing their account security. After setting a code, it will be required when conducting available item transactions done once and entered. The password will not need to be re-entered for a transaction on the same device for the rest of the day. Resetting the password will invalidate the previous set password. If re-enabled, a new password must be set. Restricted actions include the following 4 types: removing any items from the corporation hanger, withdrawing ETH from the corporation wallet, trading valuable items through market transaction, trading valuable item through contracts. Definition of valuable item: all capital ships, advanced capital ship blueprints, advanced hanger, advanced hanger upgrades, construction modules, advanced integrated rigs, and super weapons, as well as other items with relatively stable and high prices. Important note: do not share your account password with others after setting a transaction code, and avoid giving your account to others without setting a transaction code. This could allow someone else to set the code first. If this happens, you should first change your account password and then provide identification material to customer support to reset the transaction code. Do not use third-party trading platform for item transactions. Aside from violating regulations, free gifting transactions between strangers also pose significant account security risk. In cases of account theft, the holder of the stolen assets beneficiary will be prohibited from trading, and all traded items will be reclaimed. Captors are reminded once again to enable two-factor authentication for SMS verification after setting a transaction code. Never share verification codes with anyone. Avoid using scripts, cheats, and other third-party that compromise game fairness and may expose your account password. Okay, we all already know that. Market adjustment: the market prices of all cabinets are currently restricted. After the update, all valuable items will be subject to market price restrictions. Valuable items include capital ship, advanced capital ship blueprints, construction modules. Please refer to the valuable item transaction code section. The Plex sale tax discount has been removed, and the tax rate has been adjusted to a fixed rate of 12%. This is the same as the transaction tax for other items when skills are maxed out. Optimize the names of certain rig blueprints to optimize market display and improve convenience. Early items that cannot be obtained now will be gradually removed from the market, such as 100 times condensed ore, event patience items, and unreleased early blueprints. After removal, these items can still be traded via contracts and other methods. Ship balance adjustment: capital ship closing weapon system base damage minus 50%. Standard dreadnought special high slot +1 can only be fitted with close-in defense gun. Lance dreadnought. Wait a second, standard dreadnoughts. Can standard dreadnought fit close-in gun? Oh, a new job for my revelation, perhaps. We will see. Lance Dreadnought new bonus can be fitted with close-in defense gun damage plus 50%. Guardian Dreadnought new bonus close-in defense gun damage plus 100% due to module adjustment. Its DPS remains consistent with pre-update levels. Removed the defensive mode of 10 industrial ships, including Sigil, Badger, Wrath, Neros 1 and 2. Armed Neros, Combat Neros, Armed Humpback. Their base HP has been increased by approximately 100%, and the signature radius reduced by 20%, enhancing the survival capabilities under normal conditions. Remove the bombing mode of 12 bomber frigates, including Purifier, Special Missile +1 can install tactical modules. New bonus can be fitted with Bombard tactical modules, identical to Crusaders module, and can be purchased via market. Okay, so more specialized modules. And some optimizations. Increase the induction landing range of capital Sandbox field by approximately 2 kilometers, reducing ship collision. Optimize the names of certain rig blueprints. Tactical carrier has been added to the ship tree, and you have some bug fixes. So overall, I feel like the first patch of the first part of the update has been a direct response to what happened last week. I mean, we all know what happened. It was quite the spectacle, if I can call it that way. Mostly a spectacle because imagine if nothing happened. Imagine if the player just was still banned. Imagine if the ban was legit. That would be pretty bad for the game, because then you would have thousands of very cheap market items for cheap, being put out there, and then the seller would complain to the customer support, and the customer support would ban. But thankfully, that's obviously not the case, and I think the developers have intervened very quickly, right on Monday, I think, after the weekend, basically, because I mentioned this before, like, why does every single critical thing, every single critical bug, every single critical issue in the game have to appear either on Friday or on weekend? But for the most part, from what I've noticed, it always seems to happen on a Friday, and late in Friday when everyone is at home. That's just, and this is not the first time. This has been happening for like years now. So this is either some very bad luck or this is kind of done on purpose. I don't know. But in any case, that would be it for this little update. I think it's overall decent. We will see how it will play out. I'm definitely interested to see how the close-in guns will work on normal dreadnoughts, because apparently that's the thing going to happen. We will see. I might have read it wrong, but if we get close-in guns on normal dreadnoughts, that's going to be pretty interesting, because I'll be flying the Revelation again. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you think about this little update, and as always, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you in the next one.